Hello and welcome to Some Shit We Like, episode number 49, 1 year anniversary. I am here with Mike.
1 year in the making. That's right. That's Rick. I'm Mike, and due to some unfortunate circumstances, Bryce can't be here tonight.
What the fuck? Hide your children, hide your wife. Bryce is here. Fuck the cheese.
Ass! Damn it.
Damn!
I'm here.
And here's Bryce.
And okay, well, maybe we should maybe stop these cameras and re-record properly then, since Bryce is actually here.
Yeah, that's
All right.
true.
All
But Bryce is
We're
here.
gonna
Let's do
start
a
this
re-record.
over. I'm not gonna miss this. UT can't fuck
You know
with
what?
me.
Let's just cut to the intro.
Yep.
Hello and welcome to Some Shit We Like, episode number
49.
49.
49!
49. It should be 52,
We've
but
taken some weeks off here and there.
yeah, so, but yeah, we decided.
Don't judge us. We're just doing our thing.
Yep.
We decided that since we are doing our 1 year, we
Right.
decided to do video,
Right.
and thought it would be a good treat. Now you can see our faces when you hear us.
That's Bryce.
I'm Bryce. No, I'm not Bryce.
Bryce, Rick, and Mike. You know the voices. You should be able to put the faces to the voices now.
Yeah, I wonder if you guys can hear me.
All right, we're on video.
Yeah.
And,
Taking.
Oh,
all right. First off, real quick,
Wait.
taking a cue from one of mine and Rick's favorite video podcasts, Dignation. Number one, I'd like to say thank you for all the episodes, Dignation. And number two, let's drink some fucking beer, ladies.
For the
Number 3,
homies,
there's a
no.
ghost in the room. The light just totally.
Hold on.
They're double fisting. They were originally going to do Edward 40 hands or 32 hands.
Edward Pint Hands, maybe, because I think these are just pints.
But I couldn't find any tape.
So I'm gonna abide by the rules. I don't know about Bryce.
Oh yeah, let's abide it. Although I'm already fucking up.
So the rules are: you always have to be touching your bottles. You cannot let them go. I guess if you absolutely need your hand, you can do this move here.
Let's not
But
start yet.
make sure you're always touching.
I need to know.
Smells like fucking weed, dude.
I know.
Phone's not on silent.
It's not my fault
Phone's
that
not on silent.
the shitty liquor store around here let these warm up and then got them ice cold again. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
Um,
So
Are you-
wait, this is episode 49. It's
49.
It's our 1 year.
1 year.
Dude, it's kind of funny. We're gonna have to make a huge ass deal over episode 50 next week.
No, I think
52 would be considered the.
right,
But I'm
but
just saying, like 50 episodes, this guy's kind of a milestone.
kind of. But I think we should go with the whole years thing.
Yeah.
Or like hundreds maybe and stuff. But okay, so here's the rules. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Start. Do
Rick,
not let go of your bottles.
Since you're not.
I just do
playing,
one.
No, you judge. If you notice on the
Right. If
on
so,
the screen,
yeah.
you judge for us.
Okay.
Did you check our levels?
We everything looks to be okay
no,
over
looks,
there.
Looks fine over
All
there.
right.
I'm kind of far away from my mic.
You'll move it a little closer. All right.
I'm sure it's picking up. We're all pretty loud, so.
So okay, episode 49. Like we said, 1 year.
You know, this is either going to be a complete success on my part of editing or a complete failure, and you guys will probably only just hear the audio version.
We'll see. We'll see.
But
Now I kind of hope it fails.
Me too,
We
because
talk
I'm gonna.
about all these things that we're doing and see. And you can see our face with it. Nope, no, we can't.
I'm gonna love getting the call or the text in the group me app on 11:30 on Monday night. Fuck this! I'm just putting up the audio. Do the show notes, please.
That's
I'm going to
what
bed.
sadly, that might happen. But I got it right. I mean, all 3 mics are working.
Yep.
I got audio there.
Right.
See there, cut here, and then cut there. And so, yeah. And this is all on, by the way, on the iPhone 4.
this angle here,
This right here, you right there.
right there.
Hey, babe. And
Hey,
He
babe.
says, "Hey, babe," to the audience. And this angle right
and
here.
this angle, I was saying it to my phone.
Okay.
And this angle right here
Calls his phone, babe.
is no, I don't.
I
I just
did.
I know I just did, but I just did because
Anyway, this angle is the iMac,
iMac.
and this
iPhone.
angle is iPhone 4. iMac, iPhone.
Where's your damn phone?
iMac, iPhone.
It's plugged
iPhone,
into that thing,
iMac,
into
yeah.
that thing.
This is gonna be awesome. Rick's gonna get to edit. He's gonna be like, "Fuck you, Mike," because Mike's gonna be going, "iMac, iPhone,
Have you always had that
iMac,
thing?
iPhone."
Did you buy that thing?
Yes,
Yeah, that's the Ali Bubo.
that's the Prince Abubu.
You just got it? It's the Alibaba?
Yeah.
I've had it for quite a while. I just haven't shot anything with it until now. Well, I've shot stuff with it, but nothing like this.
Dude,
Did you notice how awesome I am? I didn't even let go of my bottles when I
Yeah.
was switching angles.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
dude, they call that the bitch seat for a reason. You're in the middle.
You got no
I'm
back.
not calling you a bitch.
No, he's
I'm
just
saying
saying.
it's a bitch seat. And I'm just saying.
That's why.
They call it that too because you're gonna get both Mike and I's burps, man. It's all coming right to you.
Yeah. So,
I'm excited, man. Let's start the show proper.
all right. Movie news? Well, we don't have movie news.
He doesn't say it anyway. Just say it, because we don't see it live. Say it.
You could
I know,
argue
okay.
that a trailer is news.
Okay. Ready for movie news?
No,
No!
you didn't do it the
You're
same
letting the
way.
fans down, and by fans I mean Bryce and myself.
Yeah, and now they might think that you just mail it in and like
Yeah.
it's fake. Maybe it's a recording
Yeah, it's a
because
recording.
you didn't do it. If you can't do it live, that shit ain't gonna jive. Whatever the fuck that means.
When in doubt, whip it out.
All right. Let's just start. I actually have trailers first.
Which trailers could often be considered.
Movie news.
Yes, there we go. All right. These chairs are squeaky as fuck.
Fuck, I didn't even think about that.
Anyway, we're good.
All right. First trailer up is The Bourne Legacy. One of my favorite trilogies are the Bourne movies, which all star Matt Damon.
Matt Damon! All right.
And so this new Bourne does not have
Matt!
Oh, I totally took my hand off. Okay, starting.
I didn't even see it, so
You didn't see
you're
it,
still
didn't
good.
count.
Damon!
The
No,
show
you
just
lose.
started.
You lose, but
I
you know
didn't
what?
lose.
I'm no bitch. I'm still gonna abide by the rules.
I'm not. I didn't.
So this is not starring Matt Damon.
I wanted to tape it. So
Who's directing?
Tony Gilroy is directing.
Okay.
He, I believe he was the writer on the first movie, and they're actually bringing back a few of the original characters, like Pamela Landy is coming back.
Right.
And they're bringing in new people. Obviously, Jeremy Renner is going to be playing a new character, taking place in the world of the Bourne Legacy. So it's like has to do with Treadstone and
So
Blackbriar.
His
If you're
name
familiar with the
is
flick.
not Bourne,
No, his name is
but
not Bourne.
they're calling it the Bourne Legacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Bourne Legacy is
Was that the program name? The code name, maybe?
No.
No?
No, it was
Okay.
just the title of the movie. It's because his name was Jason Bourne.
Well, yeah, that I know, but I mean, like,
But-
how are they going to tie in Bourne to this legacy with no Bourne?
because all they said in the trailer was like there was more than one or whatever.
Which,
they said.
you know, okay, so
Yeah,
before
there
you go
wasn't-
any further, I'm on record as not being a big fan of the Bourne movies. But I will say, this trailer kind of got me excited because as much as it does look like a Bourne movie, this is so weird to say, but as much as it does look like a Bourne movie, it doesn't look like a Bourne movie.
Really?
Yeah, like, it looks grittier.
Yeah, it kind of seemed
It looks grittier. Like,
Definitely had a different vibe.
Bourne always seemed like a Mission Impossible type of thing, like the over-the-top spectacular things that this super agent, spy, soldier, whatever you want to call him, can do. This had a real gritty element to the trailer. I really liked the trailer, and I'm excited to see that fucking movie, man.
There's a hair on the mic stand.
Bryce's OCD.
It's driving me nuts.
Just saying.
Did you already mention Edward Norton's in the flick?
Yeah. Oh no,
Oh,
he didn't.
no, I
but
didn't.
Ed
That's what I was
Norton,
gonna
dude.
say, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Edward Norton is in the new movie, and I'm all in, especially since you got Edward Norton and Jeremy Renner, two great actors, and I'm totally for this movie. You're for this movie too, I'm assuming?
I can't say I'm really for or against it.
Well, are you more for it than the other Bourne movies?
Yeah, because you haven't seen the other ones, have you?
It's one of those movies that if you guys go see it and want me to come, I'll go.
Oh, you're going.
Otherwise, I could care less.
So, like I said, man, like having no interest in the Bourne movies, I just took my hand off, but it's already over because Bryce lost. But
No.
Having-
Now we both took our hands off. The show's just beginning. We're still on movie news, starting now.
all right,
We'll check playback.
Bourne. Well, I admit it. I had no interest in the other Bourne movies because of trailers or even you being a really good friend of mine saying, "Oh, I really like these movies." I gave them a shot, but it just something about them put me off. But this trailer for The Bourne Legacy got me pumped. And you know what it reminded me of? I can't remember the name of the game. Remember the game I was saying about, the Bourne game that they came out with that was based on the novels?
Oh, yeah,
and not on the movies.
It wasn't the Bourne Identity game.
No, yeah, it was. Let's see, Ultimate. What are the Bourne movie titles?
Bourne.
The
Bourne Identity.
Bourne Identity.
Bourne.
Ultimatum is the third one, right?
Fuck, I always forget the middle one.
Bourne.
I have them right there, actually.
Oh, well, anyway,
Borny and Friends.
it's there's a demo on the PSN. We don't need it. It's okay. There's a demo on the PSN for this Bourne game, and you should check it out, man. Because I actually, after we talked about it on the show last year, because you talked about this movie coming out or being made,
Yeah.
Oh, I just drenched myself with fear for real.
and I said,
Didn't take the hint. Did you see
Yes,
how much fear
I
is
heard
spilled
it.
on me?
and I said, Rick, you should check out this Bourne game because I think
Yeah.
you might really, really like it. And I ended up renting it through GameFly
Wow.
shortly thereafter, and it's an older game. It was like at the beginning of the PS3's life cycle, but it still holds up. You should definitely check it out.
I played the demo and I loved it. I just haven't bought it yet. I've been playing.
You can probably get it for like $8. I
See how
love it.
serious I'm taking
I
this game?
love it,
I'm taking
Bryce.
this game so serious. I had an itch on my head. I'm like, I'm gonna take off my hat and not let go of my beard. As soon as I did this, totally drenched
But
myself.
who takes their hat off like this? Who doesn't go forward?
I was trying to get the itch taken care of too.
You got it? You want me to?
What?
I'm gonna get the itch. You
No,
got
I
it?
got the
So,
itch.
all right, number one.
Ooh, now I'm clean.
This is why we don't do shows recording all together.
Yeah.
This is exactly why. It's a lot easier for
I
our,
take a beer shower.
Bryce takes a golden shower.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, man, I'm pumped for this movie. I'm gonna go see it with you, definitely.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely want to see this movie.
And Bryce will be with us. So.
Oh, Rachel Weisz is in it too. She's pretty cute. I like her.
Wow.
I
Really?
almost,
You got a boner?
I almost stole Ralph Garman's
What?
Rachel Weisz. You know when he does that on? You heard him do that
That's
on?
pretty
You ever
funny.
do
I
that
haven't
on
heard that.
Babylon?
No.
No, he always talks about how he sang Edelweiss in a play in high school.
Fucking
And they
pissed
just-
how much beer I lost.
Yeah, I'm gonna
man.
get something
No,
to.
I'm professional. I can do
Okay.
this.
He's a shooter,
I'm
man.
a shooter.
And he did a story about Rachel Weisz, and it was right after he sang the song, and he started saying Rachel Weisz's name in that tone. But yeah.
You have to admit, I kept my composure pretty well.
You did.
Well, that was a lot of beer. that you
I
spilled on
kind
me.
of broke it a bit.
We're good. But yeah, bottom line, way excited. If you're not a fan of the Bourne movies, this might get you, because it got me, and I'm not a fan at all of the Bourne movies.
Yeah. This is gonna be a good. I have a feeling it's gonna be a good movie. It's supposed to be intertwined, kind of like their other Bourne movies, from what I've read. So, Ultimatum is gonna intertwine with Legacy.
Oh, okay.
Although he's not gonna be in it. There. Sorry.
Volume,
What?
sir.
Come on, dude.
Just hit mute.
You call yourself a professional?
There. So yeah, I mean his name will be mentioned in the flick, but he won't
As
be
it
in
was in the trailer also. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
When did the last one come out? How long has it been?
2009.
9?
No. Yeah, I think it was
9?
2009.
I'm totally using your computer screen, by the way.
Oh, yeah, are you?
Well, because if I was to use my phone, I would have to I'd have to use this. It might be another accident.
You
man.
almost poured beer on your phone right now, just pantomiming.
I'm
the
getting a
thing.
new one, fuck it.
Okay, so that's Bourne Legacy. What's the next trailer we all watched, sir?
The
Best
next trailer
trailer.
is Intruders.
Right.
Intruders stars Clive Owen.
Okay,
Who
first
you've
off,
seen in,
right out of the gate. Clive Owen, you have my money. Do you want to know why? Have you seen Shoot 'Em Up?
Yes.
Fuck
yes.
Clive Owen is the fucking man.
But I like Clive Owen.
Okay, so go ahead. Clive Owen. All you need to know is Clive Owen is starred in this psychological thriller. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like a horror movie. It seems like a psychological thriller. With this little bit of a supernatural element, would you say,
It
Bryce?
looks awesome. I'm excited for it. When the trailer started, it was what? This was in Sundance or won awards or something. I know it showed at the beginning of the trailer.
Yeah.
Remember?
Was it Toronto Film Festival?
I think it was Toronto.
And I have to admit, for some reason, part of me when I see that, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this trailer. Like when I see those things, it kind of turns me off a little bit at first, just because I just like, okay, let me see this. But as it was going on, the trailer won me over.
I thought you were gonna say, you know what it is, man? Once I see those logos, I think, oh fuck, Rick's gonna love this movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I'm like, honestly, I saw it, I'm like, yep, this was a Rick pick. Like, that was my thought. But then as the trailer went forward,
It looks really
it
good.
looks really fucking good. I'm excited for it.
So on the way over to the SSWL compound, which we are recording from right now, in the car, I was watching these trailers because I was like, oh fuck, I forgot to watch the trailers. I better watch them before I get there. And I was watching this, and we were in traffic on the freeway, and Alexis goes, "What is that?"
I knew it. Alexis
She
is
goes,
all in.
"What is that? Ooh, that sounds." And then it ended, and she goes, she's driving again. She goes, "That sounded really good."
I knew watching that. I'm like, Alexis is in. We're seeing that.
So yeah,
for sure.
we're all in on that movie. What do you think?
excited.
It's not a horror movie. Are you in?
You know what? I am in.
Okay,
Believe it or
cool.
not. When I saw it and I read about
You're
what it
scared. You want to know why Rick's in? Because of those awards that.
was. No. Well, no.
He's
The psychological part.
Well, yes, but no.
It's the psychological part. It wasn't too much on. It didn't really seem too much on jumping scares more than it was on in your head.
We will
At least
see.
it felt to me.
That was the trailer, my friend.
I
I'm
brought
excited to see Rick's reaction to that movie.
I've brought up this
So-
movie before, and we've done 49. This is episode 49 now, so I don't remember. And I know I brought it up several times, and I just can't remember what you guys say. Have you seen Frailty?
I haven't seen it.
You guys need to fucking see Frailty, man.
Is Frailty-
That is a psychological thriller.
Is Frailty the movie where the guy goes, "You killed my daughter, and I curse you"? Thinner.
No, that's Thinner.
That's Thinner.
Yes.
I couldn't remember. I knew that was either gonna go or it was gonna bomb. But
That's
yeah.
Thinner.
I used to quote that all the time, and I never saw it. But kind of similar, right? Like
a little bit. It's
Thinner Stephen King.
Yes.
Frailty's something else.
Frailty is about a family. The father is very, very religious, and he takes it upon himself to take out the sinners. Kind of almost like Red State.
Oh,
Similar, but with a little bit of gore and no CG. Everything's practical.
Oh.
But the gore, like there's look, we're past the moratorium where I can say this shit. So you guys just need to see the movie anyway. One of the sequences is it reminded me of Psycho, like the original Psycho. A person gets killed behind a hanging sheet, like we're outside, like hanging on a clothesline, like a laundry, like
Right.
laundry. A person gets killed behind that, and all you see is the blood splatter against the back of the sheet.
Oh, that
And
is very
so
psycho-ish.
creepy. It's such a good fucking movie, man. And I won't give away the ending, but it had an M. Night Shyamalan twist before M. Night Shyamalan was the twist master.
It's a twist.
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix or no?
I don't know. I haven't checked, and I don't have my phone handy, and it's in airplane mode, so maybe we can check.
If we saw it happen, well, no, that wasn't going for my hat. Let's not try the phone thing.
All right,
I'll
but
wait
yeah.
till this one's gone.
Yes, do that. Okay.
I'm noticing I'm watching myself on film, kind of when I take a beer, take a sip of this beer, and like I kind of have this pose going because I keep going to my left and then I go like this.
Russ is like, I don't always record some shit we like with my friends, but when I do, I drink Asahi Super Dry.
It's totally like that. Yeah, I gotta have the label out.
But yeah, okay. I'm in on that. I know Bryce is way in on that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad
But
you
yeah,
are too, man.
I picked it because I knew this was definitely a Bryce movie. As soon as I
I'm being honest.
saw the trailer. So.
Before we even talk about the next trailer, that was my favorite of the 3 trailers.
Okay.
In fact, this next trailer that we're gonna talk about, I feel like didn't even give me enough. Which maybe that was the point. But
And I would agree too, actually, because all right, next trailer we have is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Okay, first,
Yes.
before we get... when is that coming out?
That is coming out.
it's a summer movie, isn't it?
I believe it is a
I
summer
think it's
movie.
supposed to be like a blockbuster.
All I'm
Coming
saying
out,
is our favorite theater has the posters and boards and everything up for it. So when it comes out, we will be able to go see it on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
supposed to be
really?
a summer
Yes.
epic. So
Tuesday night, of course, being
$5 Tuesdays. Yeah. I just hope they show, because I guess it's 3D, right? Is that what it's? Was that a 3D thing? or no?
I think it's gonna be in 3D.
I hope they show it in both 3D and 2D like they do some other movies, because we went and saw Final Destination 5 there, and while I love that theater,
June 22nd.
their 3D isn't great.
what do they? Don't they charge an additional amount?
Yeah, it's $7, dude.
Yeah, big fucking.
Yeah, it's $7, man.
BFD.
Yeah. So you guys said this didn't show you enough? You know what I thought? Like right away I was like, okay, so this is based on a book, correct?
Yeah.
Tell me what this is about. That's what I need.
It's about Abraham Lincoln who hunts fucking vampires, dude.
I know, but
Abraham,
it's obviously fictional.
the 18th president of the United States, discovers vampires.
There's some crazy shit that happened back then, though. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Abraham Lincoln, our 18th president of the United States, discovers vampires are planning to take over the United States. He makes it his mission to eliminate them. This is directed by Timur Beckenman,
Some guy.
and written by Seth Graham-Smith.
Timur Bekmambetov.
Okay,
There you
real
go.
quick. You know why I'm excited about this movie, Bryce?
Produced by
Tell me.
Produced by who?
Scissors guy.
Tim
Burton.
Okay, that kind of threw me off. I was like,
So is Johnny Depp playing Abraham Lincoln?
No, he's not. Thank God. He's
oh
not.
god, that would have been terrible. What's one of our favorite shows, Bryce? Well, I loved the first season. What was
True Blood.
Okay, thank you. And what did I always say about the Bill Compton character? They show him in the fucking Civil War, right? It was Civil War,
Yeah.
and it's like, fuck, man. Like they never ever give us the prospect of. They always tell us vampires have been around forever. You never see them in historical situations. And in True Blood was the first time they showed vampires in historical situations, and then they showed Eric Northman, that character in old Viking stuff. So like
Awesome character.
right. So like they show us vampire. They showed me vampires in those first couple of seasons the way I've always wanted to see them. Like
Yeah.
I know vampires have been around forever. You tell me that. Show me them in those situations. That's why I'm fucking pumped for this.
When you put it like that,
Historical vampires.
I think it could be interesting for sure. When you put it like that, I just felt like the trailer didn't give me enough. Now, why do you think Abraham Lincoln is a focus? Why him? Because he's an interesting looking person. I mean, what do you think? Because he is kind of an interesting looking dude.
So
Wasn't he pretty tall too?
yes, he was
Yeah,
very
he's
tall.
really tall.
And he used to.
And if you look at
he used to
him-
wrestle
yes.
And he fought aliens at one point.
So
and vampires,
Quick-
as we know now.
quick
sequel. Aliens.
Yeah, seriously.
Abraham Lincoln versus aliens.
Abraham Lincoln, alien hunter, motherfucker.
Here's a funny story, Bryce. You've met my grandfather. You both have met my grandfather.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Love Gramps.
Yes. We've talked about him several times on the show. Friday is one of his favorite movies of all time. Yes. Okay, so that grandfather. When I was little, we went to Disneyland. And we went to the Hall of Presidents. And my Uncle Arn, who you've also met, he always liked to play gags on everybody. And he told us, he goes, hey, in here, guys, they have a statue of Gramps in here. And we were like, no, they don't. Do they really? Grandpa wasn't what are you talking? Grandpa's not old enough to be a president. What are you talking about? So we go over there, and he took us over to the Abraham Lincoln bust that's supposedly made from the actual. It's a replica of an actual bust.
Yeah.
And if you go, even today, if you go to Hall of Presidents and look at the bust, which is supposedly made from real molds that they took, he has the same fucking nose as my grandfather. My grandfather wears his beard the same way.
You know,
So for the longest time, I was like, when I was little, I was like, is my grandfather freaking Abraham Lincoln?
I can kind of see that.
So now I've talked about my kids before on this show, so it's kind of open here. We took Michaela to Disneyland for her 3rd birthday.
Yeah.
And we went to Hall of Presidents, and I didn't say, hey, they have a statue of Papu in here. I went over there and went, baby, who is that? And she looked at it and she goes, that's Papu! And no, like I didn't have to guide her in any way. I just said, baby, who is that? And she goes, that's Papu, Daddy. Why do they have a statue of Papu here?
I can kind of see that, man. And it's funny. I didn't even know that whole exhibit or whatever existed until like a couple of years ago. I first saw it for the first time a couple of years ago.
I love living in fucking Southern California, man, because Knott's Berry Farm is awesome for...
so much. Because we cause havoc on the audio.
Dude, Rick is in Nazi mode. He just moved my mic a little bit. I was like, what, you can't hear me?
I'm a producer.
Now
Okay.
we're going bam, bam, bam.
I love
Sorry,
being in Southern
sorry.
California because we have all these amazing things at our disposal. Whether
It's
it's
the benefit.
Expensive as a fuck, people. Stay where you are, though.
whether it's Universal,
from
yeah, don't
California.
come to Southern California. It's not worth it. Whether it's Universal Studios or Knott's Berry Farm, which I love the Calico Ghost Town area, and in fact, I love going to the
Yeah.
actual ghost town, just outside of Death Valley when you're heading out
To
Vegas, yeah. Whether it's even Magic Mountain for awesome roller coasters, like
Fuck those roller coasters. Fuck X.
Bryce doesn't do upside downs.
And that was my first
Oh my
upside down
God,
goddamn
really?
coaster. X was my first upside down coaster, dude.
Dude, I didn't ride my first upside down coaster until I was 19.
I was 14.
You want to hear something
That was
fucked up?
fair as fuck.
Ah, this is fucked up.
My first no. I was 18, I think, because my first or whenever it came out, Riddler's Revenge. That was the first one I went to.
That ride is so fucking good, by the
Okay,
way.
let's
Oh
check this out.
man,
That is a good ride, and I will say that. But no, this is fucked up. We brought this up. I'm going into a story. So we just graduated college. All right, my friend Ryan. He's like, okay,
Congratulations.
he went to a he went to a UC school, not a state school. But anyway, what did I miss? What are you trying to say?
you said we just graduated college, and before you went on, Rick said
Congratulations.
congratulations,
I know.
like
Okay,
it
thank
happened
you.
yesterday.
Thank you.
And he almost broke himself.
Well,
That's
we didn't know
why.
each other when I graduated college
No.
anyway. So thanks. It's long overdue. Long overdue.
But I knew him, and I wasn't even invited to the fucking graduation
Oh,
ceremony.
come on. No one was invited, really. Just family people. I
I
had no
thought
there.
I thought I was family.
You are family.
Okay.
That's-
Mom says I'm
Let's
family.
not get me started. It's true. It's very true. Anyways, so he went to a UC school, and
The
state
middle
schools and UC schools have kind of different
The middle
schedules.
lane.
Because the middle lane. All right, come on, going off the rails.
Down the middle lane.
Let's go. So, anyways, I'm sure it's probably like this everywhere, but usually UC schools are on the quarter system, and state schools are on the semester system. So I graduated before he did. He graduated in June. He's like, dude, come to my graduation. I came to his graduation. Next day we're gonna go to Magic Mountain. I was like,
I love Magic Mountain.
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't like upside down roller coasters. Like, I'm pretty much cool with everything as long as there isn't a loop. And so I know I'm fucked at Magic Mountain. So my asshole of a friend, who's one of my good fucking
This was
friends.
Ryan?
Ryan.
I love Ryan.
I've known him.
Ryan.
Yeah. I've known him since 6th grade. Known him, probably one of the friends I've known. Yeah, he's the friend I've known the longest, honestly. So he tells me, he's like, dude, I'm afraid of upside down roller coasters too. I've never been on one. He's like, I'm afraid of them too. He's like, so this will be my first time too. We'll do it together. I'm like, okay. I'm an idiot.
You can't appreciate the fact that he was trying to comfort you, though.
Just wait.
I know this story.
Okay.
And it still cracks me up. But the fact that he was like, hey man, I don't like upside down roller coasters either. I'll go with you, man. It'll be our first time together.
It made me feel...
That's a good friend.
It made me feel better, but at the same time, I kind of remember in the back of my mind going to Knott's Berry Farm with this motherfucker in 6th or 7th grade for a school field
There's
trip.
nothing... Oh, Boomerang?
And I remember him going on Boomerang and Montezuma's Revenge or something. I'm like, I think this guy's kind of full of shit, man. But you know what? I'll run with it. So we go. I'm like,
But he's my friend.
Yeah, he's my friend. I'll go. I'm like, you know what? I hadn't been to Knott's Berry Farm in a while, nor had I been to Magic Mountain. So I hadn't really been in a situation where I had been faced with possibly going onto an upside down roller coaster in a long time.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, maybe it'll be different. So we get there, and the first one we decided to go on is fucking X. And
Which
this
was
is like
brand new at the time.
which is brand new. It was before X2 came out though, but it was like I think X2 came out a year later. But that is arguably, according to some people, one of the fucking worst or scariest roller coasters that they have there.
Okay,
that's the
okay,
worst
now,
one
and
to
I
go on for the
explained to you,
first
when you told me the story, I explained to you why it's called one of the worst roller coasters ever, is you have no sense of movement. Because of the twisting of the seats, you feel like you're floating, and I guess that's supposed to be the thrilling part. But that's all, like, the whole point of roller coasters is, like,
I almost did it. I didn't do it.
you go fast. Like, you're going fast, you're hitting loop shape and corkscrews, that's the fun part. X is doing this awesome ride, but your weight is keeping you in one position.
Yeah.
So it's not fun. It's fucking not fun. That's why when you told me that, I was like, one, they're assholes for taking you on X. They should have taken you on fucking Goliath, because that roller coaster is the shit.
So basically, I didn't tiptoe my way into an upside down roller coaster experience. I fucking dove right in the deep end, pretty much cannonballed right in there.
You Pete Rosed it.
And I'm just like, the whole time, because seriously, like, I don't really, I can't say I have a problem with heights, really, or anything like that, but, like, the whole time I'm in there, and they got the fucking thing on me, the over-the-shoulder stuff.
Let me do it. I'm not in!
That's what it was.
I'm
The
not
whole time,
in!
I'm just like, I'm not in. I'm not in. I just did not feel fucking comfortable, like at all. And so I go on that, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I fucking hate. I'm like the whole time, seriously, it's just like what is it?
That Miller Lite commercial I showed you.
It's
Remember
just like
that commercial.
well, that, but it's also like Rookie of the Year. And then Nick can go up to bat, and he's waiting for the pitch, and he's sitting there going, oh my god. Legitimately, I wasn't quoting the movie. I was like the whole time, like, oh my god. So I survived it, and after that, you would think like, oh, I'm good, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm good now. All right, but then the next thing I went on, if you guys have ever been on this, and fuck this roller coaster, I almost think this is worse, was Tatsu. Have you ever been on Tatsu?
That's just as bad. It's just as bad.
And you're like,
You're in Superman position the whole damn time, stomach down. I'm looking at the ground. I was like, fuck that. Like that, I couldn't deal with that. But the Riddler
is fun.
I like that.
You were standing up.
I was standing up, and it didn't bother me. But
see, if it were me and I was with you, I would have broken you in gently. I would have played just the tip, and we would have went on Revolution first. Because there's only one loop.
That's the first loop ride.
There's the first loop ride, and there's only one. And even to this day, it's smooth as shit.
So I'm still not a fan, but I've gotten to the point where I've got no problem with going on the fucking roller coaster at California Adventure, and that is one of the smoothest coasters I've ever been on.
Oh yeah.
Revolution's loop is still that smooth, man. It's still that smooth.
I think I probably
the rest
went
of the track. Too. The rest of the track. Not that smooth, but the loop is still smooth as shit.
And I don't know if I told you this, but this day that I went to Knott's Berry Farm,
like cutting into a
fresh cut, the first cut to a fresh piece of construction paper.
Ooh, yeah. I kissed the mic right there. I don't know if I told you though, dude, but when I was there that day, Rey Mysterio was there. I saw him. It was pretty cool. But anyways,
he can't get on anything.
Yeah, well, he was there, so I don't know. But
right.
I don't remember how we got on this topic.
I do. While you were telling the story, I was like, why the fuck are we talking about roller coasters? Okay, to bring it back, living in Southern California, all these awesome amusement parks, Hall of Presidents, my grandfather, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, I'm looking way forward to seeing.
Completely forgot.
But yeah, I'm still sort of on the fence on how I feel about it.
In fact, you know how excited I am about this movie? I wasn't trying. I was sliding. I'm going to buy the book on my Kindle Fire. So
it is based on a book.
Yeah, it's based
on. How long ago did the book come out?
2 years ago, I think.
Longer. I think it was 3 or maybe 4.
Is it like a well-known author?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's kind of a big book. The book's kind of a big deal.
It's kind of a big deal.
It's kind of a big deal, you know.
This apartment is
many leather-bound books.
Smells of rich mahogany.
You can't tell.
You ate the whole wheel of cheese?
We painted this room white just for this video, but this room is really filled with a ton of rich mahogany.
Many leather-bound
There's some
books.
over there.
You ate the whole wheel of cheese?
Not even bad.
I'm just impressed.
I have no idea what you're calling.
Asahi Superdry.
Anchorman.
Come on, Anchorman.
I've only seen that movie once.
What is wrong with you? Asahi Superdry is done, so now I can maybe do more things with this hand.
Drink, bitch.
Let me check out my phone. I think I got a message.
Oh fuck, you down to that? Look at him go.
Alright, right hand's free. But what I'm going to do is this. Alright. Will Fushigi the bottle, Bryce?
What's that? Yeah.
Fushigi the bottle.
The show.
Yeah,
hey, I'm here. They can see I'm on my cell phone. I'm checking my messages, okay?
I'm way excited for this. I'm going to buy the book.
Yeah.
I still have $12 on my Amazon account from my wonderful brother who got me a $25 gift card for my birthday.
Rick's going to be so pissed about this shit.
Why don't you use your free hand? Put the bottle down if you're done.
If you're done, just put that one down.
I can let this one go.
Yes.
I want to win this game. I never let go till it's over.
You were the first to let go. You lost this game. See, you're not even done.
We both did it.
You're not done.
It's empty.
Then put it down.
I want to.
Okay.
Stop fighting.
We both let go, and then we started again.
Okay, so here we go. For Metallica fans. I'm totally James Hetfield. Bryce is totally Lars.
Really?
Yeah, you're... Dude, don't even... That's how you know he's Lars. Don't even really me. And Rick is Kirk. He's the voice of reason.
If Rick isn't Kirk, Bryant's Kirk. But you guys don't know Bryant. Oh,
well, yeah, you do. He's been on the show.
Been on the show.
Maybe I'll put his picture right here.
But you gotta put on the iMac angle first. And then the iPhone angle.
I think I'm honestly a crossbreed between James and
No,
Kirk.
you're Lars.
Because when James was a drunk, man, dude had a temper. You know I've got a fucking temper.
You're Lars, though. You're Lars. The fact that you questioned it proves to me you're Lars.
Okay, keep going.
I have no idea.
I've got no problem with being Lars either. It's no big deal. I'll fucking stand up while I drum. I'll stand up while I podcast.
This week, I'm thinking we're gonna go see Safe House. If you guys want to go this week.
If I get my fucking debit card, yeah.
But yes, so I'm excited to see that. Yeah, I know we're done with that. So me and
No, we're
Ray
done.
are about seeing that. Bryce is kind of on the fence still.
What?
Abraham Lincoln.
Well, you had the same opinions I did, though. Pretty much. You
Oh
thought
yeah,
the
they
trailer
didn't
give you enough.
really give you much, but I still want to see it.
I can't say I don't want to see it. I want to see more. The way Mike put it so eloquently, I'm kind of interested.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
And it's cool. I'm
Number,
excited
I was
about
gonna
it.
say, I was looking at the casting on the way over here, and I was like,
There it is.
I have to see this movie, Alexis. And she goes, why? I said, Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Who's that? Sorry.
Ramona from Scott Pilgrim.
No,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
no.
Ramona Flowers.
Stop.
I know it's Ramona
Stop.
Flowers.
Knows her as Ramona. That's why.
I don't care. Gwen Grayson from fucking Sky High. Okay?
I'm
That's
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. I know her more as Ramona
And
Flowers.
Sky High had a bunch of great actors in it. Like, okay, Mary Elizabeth Winstead played the bad guy. She played Gwen Grayson. Okay? Michael Angarano, who he played the son of basically Superman and Wonder Woman. Have you seen Sky High? It's streaming on Netflix.
I'll watch it.
God
I haven't seen it
damn.
either.
We're not doing Flicks We Picks this week, but shit, man. Sky High. Anyway.
I still gotta pay for my Netflix account. I haven't paid it.
Just log into my shit. Fuck it.
Yeah, seriously.
Nicholas Braun, who was in Red State with
Right,
Michael
he was in
Angarano. Nicholas Braun was fucking amazing in Red State. When that feeble attempt to free Michael Angarano, and then he's like, I'm sorry, man. I gotta get out of here. And then he just ran off.
Like dick.
But he played it so well.
Yeah.
And he's supposedly gonna be the lead and hit somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So that's Kevin Smith talked about that on one of the Red State podcasts.
Speaking of Kevin Smith, did you watch Comic Book Man, my friend? I know Rick did.
Oh, we'll
Oh,
talk
I know
about
Mike
that in a
did.
minute. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, I watched it.
I know who she is now, okay? Ramona Flowers.
No,
Got
fuck
it.
you, not Ramona Flowers, because she doesn't look sexy in that
Oh,
movie.
Alan Tudyk is in it.
I
He's in
kind of
Firefly.
disagree, man.
She doesn't look sexy in that movie. I'm sorry. Have you seen Death Proof?
Nope.
You haven't seen Grindhouse? Neither of you saw Grindhouse?
Nope.
Man, you guys suck balls. How are we friends?
Because we like a plethora of other things together.
yeah.
And you and I specifically are like fucking twin brothers from different mothers, man.
That's right. Two dudes with attitude.
There you go.
Yes.
Kind of
shit.
grooving.
What'd you say?
Kind of grooving.
But yeah, I'm very excited for that movie, just because of Mary Elizabeth Winstead. But real quick, this is not TV's Now On,
No, that's fine.
but
That's some show we like.
we are going to talk about Comic Book Man.
I completely forgot to put that on there. I could have put that on there.
You watched it?
Yeah, I did.
Bryce watched it and I watched it.
It was fucking awesome.
And have you listened to Tell 'em Steve Dave before?
I've listened to maybe like 2 or 3.
I
but
haven't.
During
You
when they were
haven't?
talking about the hockey stuff, that's when I was listening.
Oh, when they went to for the Walter Gretzky
Yeah.
thing.
I have to
Right.
pee so bad, just letting everybody know. Are
Um,
we doing a music break?
We are doing. I think we're doing a break.
We will do a
Yeah,
break.
we're doing
yeah,
a
we
break.
are doing a break after this.
There's no video for our piss break, just so you guys know.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yes,
there
really?
is.
Alright.
Okay. Anyway.
It's cool. I'm glad I exfoliated. Whatever that means.
Dude,
A
like.
little drunk yet?
I'm
No.
not drunk at all. I just
okay.
don't think someone should exfoliate their cock.
Okay.
Why
Comic Book
not?
Man.
Nice and smooth. And
Yeah,
Comic
I
Book Man.
suppose so.
Anyway, Comic Book Man.
Comic Book Man.
Alright.
You listen to some Tell 'em Steve Dave, and you just listen to the hockey stuff. And the funny stuff about the hockey stuff is they talk about Ming Chen selling them out.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, you don't have to play tomorrow, guys. I got ringers. And then you watch Comic Book Man, and Comic Book Man is literally like Kevin has said this, and I was like, there's no way it's like this. And Brian has said this, and Walt and Q and Ming have said this. They said it's like watching Tell 'em Steve Dave like live. And I was like, there's no way they can capture that spontaneity because it's reality TV, but Kevin Smith has even alluded to the fact, yeah, we put out a casting call because A&E doesn't have the time or money to have cameras there 24 hours a day for a year to get these eccentric people that come into our stores. So we said, hey guys, we're going to have cameras here. Please come in with anything you have, you want to sell, buy, whatever. So they wanted to get a good cross-section of people in a short amount of time.
That
So that
interview
makes
I
sense.
sent you that you didn't watch kind of alludes to that. Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
A lot of it, when I was watching it, a lot of it kind of seemed like really staged.
He kind of picks on
Right.
the show though. He
Yeah.
says he's
And-
like watching. He's like, this isn't all
During
legit.
the show, Brian Johnson picks on it. He goes, man, Walt, does anybody ever buy anything in this store? And, it's like,
Yeah.
and
That's
Walt it goes, doesn't look like it, and then he shuts the drawer, and it's like they're
Yeah.
totally making fun of the reality.
Because you're watching it,
aspect.
and you're like, am I watching Pawn Stars? Like, what's happening here? You know, but it's cool. There's
It-
some moronic fucking reviewer of the show being like, you know, it's like, you should be more like Pawn Stars, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you know, because are we supposed to believe that many people in one day came in with that many interesting things to sell? It's like, you moron. It's not like that on Pawn Stars either. Like, that's not how it
I
works.
know.
They edit it all together.
the best part
It's
about
like with Ghost Hunters, people think it's all done in one night. It's not
Yeah,
done in
no.
one night. It's done in multiple nights.
Well, Ghost Hunters is done. Well, Ghost
And
Hunters
it's
is
done
done
in
in one
one
night.
night.
It is
But
done
they've
in
done
one
other
night. Yeah,
nights.
Ghost Hunters is done in one night.
it's all done in post-production anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on. Ghost Hunters is done in one night unless otherwise stated.
No, when they're well, I don't know.
It is done in one night. I know that for a
Um,
fact. You're wrong. Ponytail.
Look at it, he reverts to being a fucking middle school bully. It's like,
Dude, I did
you
that.
and your ponytail. Boop.
I had a high school teacher, Brian can vouch, Mr. Mayetta was his name. He had a ponytail. I legit went up to him all the time and tugged on his ponytail. It was
Okay.
kind of a thing we had.
Come on, man, comic book man. Walt,
okay.
Walt, who we know because we're big Kevin Smith fans. I know Bryce is too,
I
but
know
he doesn't.
Walt.
He doesn't own any of the DVDs or anything
I
like
want
that.
to.
But
Donations.
you and I, donations. You and I like the way me and Bryce feel about CKY and the Jackass guys. How we've kind of been watching them since 1996, and it feels like we've kind of grown with them and know them to a certain extent. Me and you have been watching Kevin Smith since 1992.
I'm a late bloomer
Like-
Kevin Smith fan.
Right, and so, but it feels like all this stuff about, oh man, you're just making movies with your friends, Kevin. That's never gonna take off, and then it took off, and it's like,
I know.
but to a point, it feels like, and I know this sounds weird, but it feels like we were in on that. It feels like we are a part of that group. Like I saw Clerks in 1994 on VHS. Like I saw Mallrats in 95 on VHS, or 96 on VHS. Like I know they're older than I am.
First exposure to Smith was 97.
97.
That's when I first saw Clerks.
Amy or Clerks?
Clerks.
Okay.
Then I saw
You're kind of a
Mallrats
semi-late
and
bloomer
then-
too then.
Okay.
Honestly.
Well,
Semi.
yeah. So either way, though, like it feels kind of like you know Brian Walt because they do commentaries and DVD extra
Oh.
features, and like it kind of feels like you know Brian Walt. And then we went to the Improv, and when they did the
about
Smodcast
that.
Tell 'em Steve Dave thing, where Brian Quinn, who you guys need to watch, fucking Impractical Jokers on True TV. That show is awesome, fucking awesome. And Brian Quinn, who's worked for Kevin for like 15 years now, him and his friends do that show, But so we saw Brian Quinn do the show with Kevin Smith. Then we saw Scott Mosier with Brian Walt, and like it just feels like you know these guys because I started getting into that stuff in kind of my formative years. It's like I was 12, 13 years old, starting to watch Clerks and Mallrats and Amy and all that Dogma.
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
it feels like you grow with these characters, even though they're a lot older than I am and in completely different situations as me. It just feels like you grow with those characters. So it sounds weird to say, but watching Comic Book Man, it felt like I was watching friends of mine
Yeah.
finally get the
Making-
recognition they
yeah,
deserve. Because Walt's fucking hilarious and he doesn't know it. Brian is so sarcastic, and if you listen to the podcast, that's them. The only guy who's playing a character is Ming Chen on that show. Like, Ming Chen is the only one, like, kind of playing a character on that show.
Really? I never really.
He kind of plays the whipping boy on Comic Book Man, as he does and Tell 'em Steve Dave and all the other shows
Yeah.
they do together. But he's got way more attitude and way more, not charisma, way more personality. Like,
Yeah.
But
he's a little bit more.
Uh,
He's a little bit more combative on the
Yeah.
show than he seems to be in real life.
Okay. I mean, I haven't listened to the Tell 'em Steve Dave, so I don't know. He's on that occasionally, you said. So you probably know more than I do. But I mean, just maybe that's just his personality. You never know.
He's definitely the whipping boy, but on the show he has a little bit bigger balls on the show on TV.
What did you think of the show? Because I could have sworn I heard you say, and I hate this review from Rick when he's like,
Is
It was okay. I heard that. I hate that when you say that. That was not okay. It was good.
It was a pilot. Let's just put it that way.
It was an awesome.
Oh, by the way,
It was good. I enjoyed it. I love their talk about when they get around the table and have the microphone talk and start talking about like all these different superheroes and stuff like that. That's stuff I really
then
like.
you'll love to know this. They recorded long form, like those are not just wraparounds. They recorded
Yeah, that's a
long
podcast,
form
yeah.
podcast.
He said long firm.
Yeah, long firm.
Mike's about to describe Rick's cock. Why does he know that? Who knows?
They recorded long form podcasts to use as wraparounds for the show. And for anybody who doesn't know, just go to smodcast.com/The Secret Stash, because that's what the show was originally going to be called, I guess, was The Secret Stash.
Oh, yeah.
When it should have just been called Tell 'em Steve Day. That's what it fucking should have been called.
I
Because
kinda-
that's what it is.
Yeah. I kind of like the name Comic Book Men, though. I like it. It works.
It's okay. I think calling it The Stash or calling it Tell 'em Steve Day would have been better. But Comic Book Men
AMC
works.
probably had something to do with it,
Of
I'm
course.
sure.
So they actually, so if you go to, I think it's smodcast.com/The Secret Stash, or it just might be Secret Stash. But after every episode goes on the air, every episode goes on the air, they put the podcast up on smodcast.com so you can hear the full long form version. And it's just as, if not more entertaining than the fucking show, because I listened to the first one. Holy shit. When they start talking about the flea market stuff,
That was
oh
good
my
stuff,
god.
I
Brian
enjoyed
breaking
that.
the plates. And after the dude.
As he's already mentioned on the show, Kevin Smith, or any other interviews you might see him with him, he is Randall.
Yeah,
That's it.
and he
He
said
just
he
beat
wrote that
Randall. And
about
he wrote
Brian.
that,
That's who Randall was based on.
I got the
It
hair
was
off the mic. Sorry.
Randall, you watched Clerks and you loved Clerks.
Yep.
Randall was based on Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
And you can tell that
Yeah, you can
completely.
totally see that.
But
I wouldn't.
Kevin wrote Randall based on Brian Johnson, but wanted to be that cool, and he was going to
Yeah.
play Randall himself.
But he couldn't act.
But
shit,
because
he
of
said.
but he's even come out and said later, like he's always downplayed his ability as an actor.
He's developed a lot more.
He's
as
very
a-
self-deprecating.
Yeah.
And he's even said, like, directing, writing the script, me and Moshe producing. I had no time to act. That's why the Silent Bob and Jay and Silent Bob characters came about.
Yeah.
But Comic Book Man was awesome, man.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna keep watching it for sure.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm excited to see how they follow up with the next episode. But it was really good. I enjoyed it.
So, since I didn't get to be on because of restrictions when you guys recorded, I wasn't able to be on TV's Now On when you guys did your favorite shows of the year.
Oh yeah.
The New Girl, The New Girl, The New Girl, and The New Girl.
It's a good show. I got a different list, but it's a good show.
Right, quick, off the top of your head. Go.
American Horror Story.
Couldn't get into it, but go ahead.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched the first episode. I just couldn't
I
get into it.
really fucking love it. American Horror Story.
I know you like the fairy tale one. What's that called?
Well, it's not so much me, but it's pretty good. Once Upon a Time, that's pretty good. But
Written by
that's one of
Jane
those things that I've kind of got sucked into. What was that?
Written by Jane Espenson, one of the writers on Buffy, Firefly.
Okay,
Right.
there you go. Joss Whedon, moment of the week. Anyways, so yeah, okay, American Horror. What am I listening to? 5? New Girl's in.
Or whatever.
You're done with number 2? Good job.
God, man.
Anyways, American Horror Story. I'd put the New Girl in there. You know what? Honestly, and this is what I took issue with you with, and you're like, well, let me think. Would I put this on the list? If it's not on the list, it's an honorable mention. But I'm embarrassed to say I like this show. But Two Broke Girls is a good fucking show. I don't care what you say.
You know what I like about that?
We had fun.
I've never seen the show, and I don't care. I automatically like it because Whitney Cummings is behind it.
Mhm.
And I don't care what anybody says about her sitcom, Whitney. That
I haven't
girl
seen it.
is fucking funny, and she's sexy as shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Like everybody always likes to talk about Sarah Silverman. Oh, she's so attractive for a female comedian. You can say anytime there's I've talked about this in our personal lives before. Anytime you have to qualify something with a for blah blah blah, it makes it void. It's completely bullshit.
mhm.
Whitney Cummings is a sexy girl. Period. Not
Yeah.
for a female comedian. Not for someone who's on TV. That girl's sexy. That's it.
Yeah. But anyway, despite what Rick likes to put out there, Rick loves Two Broke Girls too. I don't care what he says.
But Rick talks about Cougar Town all the goddamn
That's
time.
that's why I give him shit. I'm like, dude, Cougar Town. But he's embarrassed about Two Broke Girls. But come on.
And
I'm gonna
Kat Dennings
put
and
a
her
report. on
marvelous
Cougar Town on
I'm fine.
Marvelous breasts
If you-
are on that show.
If you
I
like,
can swear her tits are getting bigger, but
Dude,
She's a growing girl, sir.
seriously.
She's like what?
If you like,
27?
if you like Cougar Town, it is what it is. But don't act like that you don't like Two Broke Girls, that you're just kind of on the fence, embarrassed about it. You had fun at the taping,
And-
and it's a good fucking show.
When you and Michael both said, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I like the new girl on the show.
Yeah, and that's
I was
wrong
like,
too.
it's so funny because my brother Ben,
It's good writing.
he's
Good writing.
gonna come on the show at some point because he
Good,
has
I
a
want
lot of
to.
stuff he wants to talk about, but we just got to figure out when it's gonna be and what it's gonna be he wants to talk about. But he always tells me like, oh, I listen to the show, guys, and I find myself yelling at my computer because it feels like you're in the room with me and we're just talking. And I was like, that's the point. That's the whole point behind any show we're gonna put on at the SSWL network. The whole point is to be involved in the conversation. And I had that moment when I was listening to TV's Now On when they're the year-end show and you're talking about your favorite shows and they're like, both of them are like, I hate to admit it, but the new girl's really funny. And I was like, fuck you guys, I hate to admit it. I love that show. And I was screaming on the fucking mountaintops. The show's awesome.
It's a good show. I mean, real quick, if I see you.
Yeah.
Rick's telling us to rap, just throwing it out there. But anyway, Two Broke Girls, American Horror Story. The new girl would be up there. This wasn't a new show, but it's a new show for me. It came out. I think it did start in 2011. But fucking Shameless on Showtime is awesome, and I just got your brother into it because I knew he would like it.
Yeah.
That show is fucking awesome. Mike, you would like it too. That show is epic. Like that is easily, when I started watching it, became one of my favorite shows on TV, almost above everything else. I love that show. I'm kind of blinking on other stuff. Person of Interest would be up there too. Person of Interest is a really good show.
Fucking great
Regardless if you're a J.J. Abrams fan, that's a good show. I'm blanking on other ones, but anyway, Rick wants to wrap stuff up.
All right, so we've hit the hour mark, so we'll go ahead and cut here and give you a little break. So in the meantime, enjoy.
I gotta pee!
Head to the lobby for some refreshments because that's what we're going to do.
Let's all go to the lobby and go.
And that's what it's like to see it live, ladies and gentlemen. We weren't kidding. He does it live every week, and now he's trying to replenish his strength and energy so we can get into some video game talk. All right.
Here we go.
Got two stories, then two, not reviews, but two early impressions of games, because I got a chance to play two big releases that happened this week. So, first off, story. Bryce, you played Flower.
Yep.
You loved Flower.
Yep.
It was very addicting. Did you ever get to play Flower?
Yeah, I have it. I bought
You
it.
have it? Okay, good. That Game Company. That's it. That's the name of the company. It's That Game Company. Their next game is coming out next month, and it's going to be part of the Sony Spring Fever initiative thing that they've been doing last couple of years. And this game is called Journey. And this really is like an adventure game. As you can see, we finished our beers, and we had to take Rick's second beer and split it amongst the three of us.
Yeah.
So that's what we're drinking now.
Pinky out. Cheers and a pinky out.
Sip it, sip it.
Bing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, you're so the cool thing about this game is it's got this cool multiplayer mode where, like, I can't be like, hey Bryce, let's play Journey together, and I can't be like, hey Rick, let's play Journey together. Like, I go into my game and I choose, I guess I want to play multiplayer.
Right.
And remember I was saying about Dark Souls multiplayer where it's like wherever you are, if there's other people that are playing the game and in the same area as you, you can join their game or they can join your game, and it's kind of like,
That's awesome.
it's like you don't know this person.
Yeah.
There's no voice chat. There's no nothing. It's like you guys are going to play together whether you like it or not. Journey is kind of that same way where you choose multiplayer and it just spawns two random people together. And I guess the only way you could really see who you're playing with is if you back out of the game, back to the cross media bar, and go to the recently met list. But I kind of like the idea because this is a full-on, like, I talked about Eco a few months ago and how that really should have been like a co-op game because, like, the main mechanic is you grabbing this person's hand and dragging them through the world so they don't, like, it's one long escort mission. And anybody who knows me knows I hate escort missions. But the way they do it in this game, in Eco, didn't feel like an escort mission.
You don't dislike him in Call of Duty, though, right?
I hate escort missions.
Well, what about like the ones
They're not fun.
that one's different.
That's
The
not
crawling.
that's a little bit different. That's not an
Okay.
escort mission.
All right.
Rick knows what I'm talking about because there's a part in Silent Hill 2 where you have to get to the
Oh.
dock and get on the boat,
Yeah.
and that's awful, fucking awful. But yeah, I don't like escort missions, and I don't like game clocks. I don't like timers. That's one of the things that always put me off about Resident Evil is like, you have 4 minutes to finish this. Like, I don't fucking just
Yeah.
let me finish it when I finish it, and script your give me script triggers. So when I pass this doorway, this happens, and when I pass this line, this happens. Don't give me a time frame.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Journey. So Journey's multiplayer is kind of the same way. You can help each other discover things, and it's kind of like Flower to where you're discovering the whole area. You're discovering everything about these levels, and it takes place in it's a desert type of thing. You discover ruins, you find these flags, and it's just a very mellow-looking game, and it's going to be what kicks off the Spring Fever
That's
sales.
awesome, man. I mean, when you, I think it was you that told me about Flower.
Yeah.
Or Bryce, I'm not sure, whatever. The game fucking rocks. I love playing that game. It relaxes me, oddly enough.
It's one
and
button, and you just do this. You just tilt
Yeah.
your controller left to right.
It's so much fun.
Collect
come out?
flower petals.
I actually used to play it a lot right before I went to bed because that's how much it relaxed
it's
me.
very soothing. It's the Spring Fever initiative starts next month, so it starts in March. It's probably going to be in the middle of March. I'm not quite sure when they're going to do it yet,
Okay.
but yeah, man, and I'm very excited because that game company makes awesome stuff, awesome stuff, and.
Cool.
Yeah, the multiplayer is going to be fucking sweet, just because you don't
What's
know
the
who
name
you're
of the
playing with.
company again?
That game company.
Is it really called that game?
Yeah.
That game company.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right there. Look, that game company. That's the name of the game company.
Why am I thinking San Diego Studios?
Because you're
Because they
you love San Diego.
No, they are part of Sony. They do MLB every year. San Diego
Yeah, they do.
Studios
Well, I
does
know they
MLB
do that,
every
but
year.
I thought they did the Flower too.
No, they might
No.
have. No, I was gonna say they might have published Flower, but Sony published Flower.
They don't like to cross pollinate.
All right, so that's the Journey thing, real quick, and keep an eye out for the Spring Fever stuff because those games are always really cool. I think I can't remember what games came out last year, but it's kind of like people say they're trying to bite off the Xbox Live
Right.
Summer of Arcade and shit like that, but
Right.
it's games you should play basically. He just touched my mouse. You all saw that on camera. He touched my
I
mouse.
touched his mouse.
Next story. We talked about this last week. Double Fine with their
Yes.
Kickstarter initiative, which is fucking awesome. And I think they're up to 2 million. Bryce is going to check on that for
I'll
me
check
right
it
now.
right
How
now.
much fucking money do they make now?
But Notch, the guy who created Minecraft, a couple of days before they announced the Kickstarter thing on Twitter, was like, "Yo, Tim, just you want to make Psychonauts 2? I'll front the money. I want to play Psychonauts 2. I will give you the money to develop."
Oops.
He just
Shut
pushed
up,
play on the
Tim.
video. I'll give you the money to make Psychonauts 2. And Tim Schafer's Twitter account was like, "Look at Rick, fucking, he drank a beer in a cup, and he's trying to
Trying to
tell
redeem
us."
himself
Yeah.
right now.
And he goes, "I like it. Thanks for the offer, but this is very odd timing, and you'll see why in a couple of days."
Yeah.
And then they announced the Kickstarter thing, and they made over $2 million, or close to $2 million now.
Right now, here's the current thing. As of just now, it's 1,963,868.
How many investors?
There are 58,488.
Okay, that's 50. There's 58,000 people that
Almost
want to play a point and
60,000.
click.
I'm excited.
They announced today that because of the influx of money,
Mm-hmm.
or yesterday I think, because of the influx of money, it's not just going to be a Steam game. It's coming to iOS. It's coming
What?
to Android. It's coming to Mac. I have a Kindle
PC,
Fire
Linux.
Linux. Do you know how
Linux. That's how I like to say it.
Line-X is an automotive thing? That's what you spray the back of your bed liner
That's what I'm
with.
thinking
Okay.
of.
It's Linux.
Anyway, I have a Kindle Fire. Do you know how fucking pumped I am to be like, dude, go here on playing on my 7-inch
Yeah, that's
Kindle
pretty
Fire
cool.
playing this adventure game? Ugh. Dude,
Kindle
I
Fire
am
right
pumped.
there.
It's over
But
there.
it's off camera.
Uh-huh. So yeah, so Notch was like, dude, I want to fund Psychonauts 2, and Tim was like, chill out, man, we got something we're announcing. You shouldn't have brought this up right now because kind of now everybody's talking about Psychonauts 2, a game I'm surprised you have never played
I know. I need to play it.
I haven't
because
played it.
you love Tim Schafer,
I do.
you love Double Fine, and you love what they're about. Psychonauts is a 3D platformer in the vein of Mario 64 type of thing. It's also a third-person action-adventure game.
Okay.
Great writing. It takes place at a fucking summer camp for kids who have psychic ability. Now,
Oh, okay, I'm in.
okay, you can get it on Steam for like $5 if your computer can run it.
Yeah, my Mac can run Steam, but I deleted Steam.
You can get it for like. I
Get
bought
Steam
it.
again.
I bought it for like.
No,
I have
like
it.
I like console.
Yeah, I bought it on Steam because I bought it for like $2.30, and I told you about it, and I think you bought it too. You just haven't played it because.
No,
well,
I didn't buy it. I
You
didn't
didn't
buy
buy
it
it?
yet. Not yet.
Oh,
I
I
need
thought
to
you
get
had
it.
bought it.
No, I
Okay.
need to get it.
So yeah, you could probably get it for under $10 right now. And I think they did a recent re-release, so it might be $15. But they did a re-release where I think they kind of up-res some stuff. I might be wrong on that. Yeah. Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
I think they might have done like a small up-res, and it still looks good, and it's still a fun game, but some of the platforming feels out of date
Yeah.
just because of the strides we've made in video games over the last 10 years.
Of course.
But it's an awesome game, and everybody should play Psychonauts. And Notch wanted to fund Psychonauts 2, and I can't remember if it was on his account or Tim's account where one of them said, "I'll only allow it or I'll only fund it if it's called Psychonauts." Instead of
I don't know. That's pretty funny. I hadn't heard that story, so I couldn't.
They
vouch.
talked. Gary Whitta on Tested talked about it a couple weeks ago when this story came out. It's awesome. They're up to almost $2 million, almost 60,000 people.
That's insane. I'm
This
so excited.
Now this point and click is going to be multi-platform. Just like I said, the prospect of playing it on the Kindle Fire had me super pumped already. I was super pumped already because I'm going to fund this project just
I am
because
too.
I know there's a lot of people who want point and click adventure games.
And the fact that Tim Schafer and Ron Gilbert, because of this money, whether it's this game or other games afterwards, are going to get the opportunity to do what they love to do and what made them big names.
Right.
And what was part of my childhood growing up. And when Rick says I'm into console gaming, like there's just something to when you play these kind of games for me. And I don't know if it's just me growing up that way or what, but it's like they're meant for the computer. For me, they're meant for the computer. That's what they're meant for. That's how I play them. It's just a different
Well,
experience.
then let me ask you.
Tell
You
me,
got your HTC Thunderbolt here.
I won't play it on that.
Okay? What if your saves are cross-platform? What if you're playing a little bit at home and you're like this? What's the difference between doing this and clicking?
I guess
All right, go here. And what's the difference of saying, I want this guy to go there?
Is
Right.
it possible?
What?
Cross-platforming saves?
It's
why
possible.
not?
It's possible.
If you think of like cloud storage.
Cloud
maybe.
storage.
Oh,
Saints Row kind of does it. They don't do
Yeah.
cross-platform saves, but any characters you create
Yeah,
with
that
the
I do
creator,
now.
but it's the same thing. Like
But
Yeah.
it's the
that
it's the
makes
same
sense,
same
yeah.
level of stuff. The Vita with Ruin, that game Ruin that's supposed to be coming out, is supposed to have, which is a isometric Diablo-style loot-based RPG game, is supposedly going to have cross-platform compatibility with the Vita and the PS3. Now, we don't know about pricing with that stuff, but so you buy a game on Steam. On Live just recently came out with an Android app and an iOS app. So you can play Steam games on your Android devices and on your iOS devices. So
Did you see the text I sent you about WrestleFest?
yeah, I did. It pisses me off.
It pisses me off, but I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Yeah. So who's to say they don't come out with a Steam app? They have a Steam app on on iOS. I don't think it's out on Android yet, but they have a mobile Steam app. So who's to fucking say I can't buy it on my PC and play a little bit here and there,
Yeah.
and then play it on my Android device when I'm out, or come home and play it on my phone because someone's using the computer? Who's to say that can't happen? It can happen because everybody has apps now. Everybody has cloud storage now. It's something that's cheaper for them to do rather than trying to charge you 4 times for the same fucking thing.
Right.
Well,
I'm not okay. I'm not opposed to. I can't say I'd be opposed to playing it on my phone, but I can't stress enough how much. I've said this so many times, but I can't stress enough that honestly, when I was younger, there was a legit line. There is a difference between when I was playing something on my Nintendo Entertainment System,
Right.
or my Super Nintendo, or playing something on the computer. It was just a different experience, and until you have actually done it, I don't know if you can fully understand.
There's a bigger cross section, man. There's a point where it got to I play these games only in the arcade because I can only have that arcade experience there.
Mm-hmm.
I play these games at home, and they're not quite as good looking as the arcade or as good sounding as the arcade, but they're more in-depth experiences because they have to make those concessions.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got to a point when the Sega Saturn came out, and it's like, wait a minute. Why am I going to go to Speed Zone and pay $2.50 a play to play Virtua Cop when I can go to Best Buy or go to GameStop or EB or Babbage's or whatever store you buy your video games at and be like, here's $40, man. Give me that light gun and Virtua Cop, and I'm gonna play that at home to my heart's content. So that line can be crossed and it can transcend, and I really do think, especially think about it, man, a 2D graphic adventure. What's more intuitive than fucking dragging your character?
No, I hear you.
man.
I get it.
But
But you just have to realize that it's kind of like the same way.
it's a
when-
mindset.
It's just a mindset. Like
Yeah.
everyone gathers around the TV to watch maybe their favorite show or some sort of thing. Like my brother and I used to sit in 2 chairs right next to each other, and we would try to figure what the fuck was going on in this
Right.
game. And it was an experience. And by the way, I just downloaded Steam for Android.
Oh, so it is on
On
Android. Sweet.
Android.
Okay, but yeah, man. So you can manage your friends list. You can check your progress and stuff like that. I think you might even be able to download games to the cloud, so you can just
It's totally free.
run them.
Cool.
But yeah, man, it's a great prospect. So like, this was gonna be a Steam game originally.
Mhm.
Like, I am so excited about that prospect of cross-platform play, and they haven't announced any of that. That's all speculation on our part, but
We'll keep you updated for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
That sounds good. Yeah, I'm for it.
so they are definitely holding off. Like, Notch came out and says, like, everybody relax. I wasn't kidding about funding Psychonauts. I wasn't kidding about that because I really want to play another Psychonauts game, but it's got to be on the back burner right now. So it's like, it may be another 2.5 years before we even hear about, oh, hey, Psychonauts might be coming out soon. So everybody relax.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy what's happening in video games right now. And right now, the big thing that's happening in video games is Double Fine is making a graphic adventure. And the thing I wanted to mention when you said Ron Gilbert is like, they have never once said Ron Gilbert is working on this game. They have said, we're going to get input from Ron Gilbert. But this is a team. So I don't want you to be discouraged by that, because this is a team that Schafer has said himself, it is going to be headed by Tim Schafer. He is the end-all be-all when it comes to content for this game. And they've kind of alluded to Ron working on the game, but they've never said Ron's working on this game.
Mm-hmm.
But, like in the video he said, we can always get input from the godfather of these games, Ron
Right.
Gilbert. And like the whole bit when he slams the door and Schafer's face shaking his head, like,
That's
come on.
part of it.
Yeah, and so they've never said Ron's working on this game.
But he's working on the game. I'd be willing to admit he's working
Yeah,
on the fucking
I
game.
believe it with you. I'm with you, man. But we'll see when it comes out, and I'm super excited. And they're hoping for an October release somewhere later this year.
I can't
They want to
wait.
turn it around real quick.
I can't even fucking wait. That honestly might be just a notch, well, more than a notch below, but that's like
Notch,
the next
nice.
Nintendo, the next Nintendo system, and then right below that is this. That's how important this is to me.
Right. So that's the news this week. I didn't want to get too many stories because those 2 stories to me were like the big things.
And the fact, I mean, it's still growing. It's insane. Like what it's been. This is week 2, and they're almost about to hit the $2 million
There's like
mark.
23 days left or something like that. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it by the end of those 23 days, it could very well hit $4 million.
They've already eclipsed what it cost to make Grim.
Yeah.
Grim was 1.5. You know what he said is the next threshold?
What's that?
Full throttle. You know how much that cost?
How much?
3.
I'm surprised.
But that's with inflation. That's accounting
Right.
for inflation today.
I'm
it
actually-
would cost $3 million to make full throttle.
Are you sure you don't have those reversed? Because I'm actually surprised that Full Throttle cost less than Grim. Because
I might have it the other
reversed.
way.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah. So
Pretty
then,
fucking sweet.
then it's a big jump from Grim to Psychonauts. He said Psychonauts for inflation would be about $18, $19 million today to make. But yeah, so that's that stuff. I'm way excited about what Double Fine's doing with video games, and they've been doing it for the last 1.5 years with downloadable stuff, with Stacking and Iron Brigade and Once Upon a Monster and Happy Action Theater. They've been blowing it out.
They're bypassing publishers
Yep.
and saying, hey, look, it's time for people to come out. If they really want this, I hear that they want this all the time. Show me. And everyone's come out and they've done their part and they've shown them. So it's awesome news, and I'm so excited.
For sure.
I'm drinking beer.
So
I'm buzzing.
the the other stuff I wanted to talk about was because of Redbox, I've been able to play 2 big releases that came out this week. First one I'm talking about is Twisted Metal.
So that's how you play Twisted Metal. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about the demo a little bit last week. You hadn't played it yet, and it was time sensitive apparently. Hit up Redbox. I bet you they have it. You'll love it if you like if you like Twisted Metal in any incarnation whatsoever. You're gonna love this fucking game.
I'll check Redbox.
Here, I'll get that.
The awesome thing about Twisted Metal is, hey man, we made Twisted Metal. We didn't modernize it. We didn't adhere to any constrictions set forth by the constrainers, as Bryce said last week. We made Twisted Metal, and David Jaffe's always said, I'm making Twisted Metal. That's it. No DLC, no nothing. I'm making Twisted Metal. People say they want Twisted Metal. Here it is. And that's the good and the bad about this game. I really like this game, and I still want to get it, but I don't want to get it unless I can sit in front of a 55-inch TV and play sitting next to you and with some friends.
Yeah.
Because that's the Twisted Metal experience. The online experience is okay. The co-op stuff,
Oh yes, they have. Oh sorry.
it's okay. They have it right here.
They have it right down the street from me.
Okay, reserve it.
Attack
Oh wait,
the
that's
block and bam.
I was gonna say reserve it, but that's Bryce's account you're logged into.
Oh, reserve it though, right?
Um,
You don't pay till you get there. Oh, you got to put
No.
the card on file.
yeah. Twisted. That's the problem. Is the co-op stuff, the co-op campaign, is not online.
No.
It's couch co-op.
Okay.
It's split screen. That's the problem. And I know, like,
Wait, the problem is that it's split screen.
the problem is it's not online. I can't buy Twisted Metal, and you can't buy Twisted Metal, and we can play through the story mode together online.
Okay.
You can only play through the story mode together in the same room.
But
on the
there's
same
no, like,
console,
online
the same
playing?
TV. There's online playing for competitive, team deathmatch, team. I can't remember what the name, what it's called, but it's.
That's probably why you're down on it. 'Cause
Yeah.
Even if we had it, we'd always be competing against one another.
Right, we could be on the same team for team deathmatch, but
Right.
that's not where the fun
Well,
of
that's-
Twisted Metal is. The
Yeah,
fun,
yeah, the fun of Twisted Metal is that you're all against each other.
yeah.
That's what I love about the
And
game.
you can do that online, but knowing you guys know me, and
It sounds like it's playing exactly like the original Twisted Metals, and that's
that's
good.
That's
To
good.
me,
that's
that's
good.
good.
But for the same reason, there's a lot of games that came out that are just like the way they were then, where you need to make some concessions for modern age. Let me play co-op with my friends online. I don't want to be forced to go to a friend's house and bring my PlayStation and put the game
Oh,
in.
is that what you're saying?
The
They
co-op,
have to-
yeah, the co-op,
Co-op,
stuff.
you have to
Be
have a friend
in person. You have to be in person.
It
You
can't
have to
be
have a
online.
LAN
No.
party.
You can't do it that
Remember
way.
LAN
Well,
You
parties?
yeah,
cannot
that's
do it
not
that way.
that.
It's split
No
screen.
LAN parties either?
It's split screen.
Oh man,
But, dudes, it's fucking Twisted Metal.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's Twisted Metal. I'm sure they're probably gonna end up patching after all the complaints.
There's no complaints. That's the thing. It's like it's the same way we
But
felt about.
I honestly don't care because it sounds like it's playing exactly like the
yes,
original.
it does. It
and
does.
I don't
100%.
I give a fuck if it's co-op online or not.
Yeah, it's
I
a game
fucking
you're
love
gonna
it.
get. I know.
Rick is
And-
buzzing, man. I could just tell because he's being very. I like it.
It's a great game. It deserves all the 8s, all the 9s, all the
wanna play
perfect
right
scores
now.
it's getting. It's a great
Dude, we
fucking
can play it
game.
right now, Bryce.
Let's go.
We have it- Well, after. Yeah.
Let us finish, please.
Let us fuck.
It's a great game, and if you like Twisted Metal, get it. The single player stuff is pretty cool. They do live action cutscenes in the
You know-
story mode.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah,
I
it's
hear
good.
everything my neighbors say every time they have their party, so I'm sure they can hear us 100%. That's cool. Go on, I don't care. Go for it.
So, Twisted is a must-buy if you love Twisted.
Yeah.
If you're a little bit down on the co-op not being online, I understand. I'm with you. But if we could just do a 3-way game... Because, the cool thing about the maps is there's so many different settings. It's like...
Do they talk any more about that? Are there any like flashback maps? Like I remember you could play DC in one of them.
No. It's whatever's in the game is in the game. That's
That
it.
doesn't matter. I just
Yeah.
thought I'd ask.
Yeah, it'd be nice. But it feels like Twisted. You're not going to be disappointed, dude.
Fuck,
Trust
I
me.
want to play it already.
The cool thing about the maps is like the maps are huge,
Uh-huh.
and it's up to like 15 people online or 16 people
Holy
online.
shit.
But you can fucking pare them down. There's like you can play this section, this section, this section, this section, this section, this section, this section. Like
Should have went right in the mic.
yeah, man.
I
Like
want like this.
you
but-
can totally look at your waveform over there. You can
I-
totally customize the map. So like we could get a game where it's just us three and make the smallest little section of the map and
That's
just
really cool.
blast the fuck out of each
That's
other.
really
Like that's
cool.
what's fun about
I
Twisted.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
so-
know Rick loves that because we played Burnout, and all Rick wants to do is fucking try to crash into your ass.
when
So
you're doing
that's
stunt
Rick.
runs.
Yeah.
And shit, yeah.
Mike and I are cool, just chilling and like, oh, how many barrels did you get? Oh, how many did you get? Rick's like, I'm fucking
I guess
getting
that
this
maybe-
motherfucker.
maybe
Rick's like, well, you aren't doing any fucking barrel rolls. Bam.
Yeah, seriously.
Maybe that's why I did all that, because I missed the old fashioned Twisted
did,
Metal.
yeah,
It felt
yeah.
like Twisted Metal to me in a way.
Okay, so wait. It sounds like you played the online then. I don't know. You tell me. So how's the voice chat, or did you not do that?
Oh,
Didn't do
yeah.
voice chat. I had
Okay.
everything turned off.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because I
But
want to know.
If we're playing each other, fuck it. We'll just get on Skype. It's
That's
clearer
true.
anyway.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I'm still curious because you know what? For everybody out there, we've said this all the time.
That's
And
ca-
this
camera
camera
one.
two-
Now that's camera two.
That's
camera
camera
one,
2.
Camera 2.
Okay.
Camera 1. Camera 2.
Anyway,
You're making my
Anyways,
editing a lot
So
harder.
yeah. What?
Go.
Okay. Anyways, Burnout still has it done right.
Yep.
They have it done right. The voice chat's impeccable.
Perfect.
Their online is impeccable. So when we say that, we just want to know if the other games are able to compete. That's
Yeah.
why I asked. But
Exactly.
You didn't try it.
I
so
didn't
that's
try
fine.
it because
But
I
I'm
didn't
with
want
you,
to
though.
talk to
Yeah,
any of
you
those
got
people.
Skype. Yeah, why not? Who cares?
Okay.
Fuck them.
So Twisted Metal's awesome. It's a must buy if you like Twisted. If you're, like I said, you're down about the co-op, it's still a must buy because the game's awesome. Next game I got to play, and I spent an extensive amount of time playing this game. Like I was up until 7:45
Oh
a.m.
my god.
Thursday morning, going into Friday morning, playing UFC Undisputed 3.
I thought you were going to say Kingdoms of Amalur
No,
first.
no, I wish.
Rick, sorry to
I
interrupt.
still want to buy that.
Are those walkie-talkies?
Yeah, they're my in case zombies attack or anything. I have my
It's a zombie
walkie-talkies.
escape plan.
How's
right
the
there.
range on them?
I think they're 10 miles.
We're going to fuck with them later.
Okay.
Okay.
UFC Undisputed 3. Buy the game. Buy
Wow.
the game.
Straight up. Okay.
I loved the first game, and we know that. I've talked to you about that before. Personally,
Yeah.
we weren't doing the show when the first game came out, but just
No.
so you know, that game was near perfect for me. And you know what the one problem was? The submission system. It just didn't fucking work.
Mhm.
The submission system now works.
That's cool. That's good.
It's funny because I've been reading a lot of reviews, and when I talked about the demo a few weeks ago, I said like what everybody's saying in their reviews of the full game. It's like the submission system actually works, which is great because the button mashing and the stick swirling wasn't working before. It just didn't seem to work at all. But this one, they put an overlay of the octagon on the screen, so it looks like this. And if player 1 is red and player 2 is blue, whoever initiates the submission is on the outside of the octagon, and whoever is in the submission is on the inside of the octagon. And it's cat and mouse. So the blue guy needs to get away from the red, and the red guy needs to hover over the blue. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to stay on the bar, and depending on your fighting style and your aptitude at submissions and your favorite submissions that your character has and what moves you've worked on. So like if my guy's good at key locks and I try to put a knee bar on the guy, it's going to be harder to make him tap
Right.
because he's not adept at knee bars.
Right.
But if I put key lock on the guy, it's going to be easier to make him tap. And it's just so badass. But the problem is you're watching this overlay trying to match their bar, and there's a little meter down here it starts in the middle, or depending on the fighter fatigue, it may start on one side or the other. So it starts here, and the more you keep over their bar, the more your color shines. And the more you're off their bar, the more their color shines. So it lets you know what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong with the submission. The problem is it takes your eyes off of the amazing graphics and animation of the video game. But it gets to a point where it's like when I see my bar is just about to fill up, I look up so I can see the tap and I can see the crack and I can see it. So you don't miss the actual tap out, but you miss the awesome struggle
Right.
that those games have always been good at.
Yeah.
The animation system. So, but this game is everybody's getting like 8.5s and shit, and they give the first game like 9s. Bullshit. This game, because of the submission system working, is 100 times better than either two earlier iterations of this game.
Cool,
Yeah,
man.
the trailer that I'm sure we're playing right now is from the animation of it is amazing. I was surprised how well detailed that game is.
Yeah, man, you should see it
It
in
was
game.
incredible.
I enjoyed the demo a lot. It was fun, and I have never owned one myself. But you know how the way I play the game is I just fucking start throwing punch. I try to knock motherfuckers out.
And you need to get this game, and I need to get this game because we never got to have our fight night moment. Anybody who's ever seen Entourage knows the fight night moment.
Yeah.
With Turtle.
Yep.
And I told you right away, I was like, Don't ever play me a Fight Night, dude, because I am that guy. I shit talk the whole time. If I lose, doesn't matter. I'll shit talk you the whole time and make you think I won. That's and that's just with Fight Night. I'm not like that with any other games, as you guys know. It's just that one-on-one competitive shit.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I'm like
totally.
that with. And UFC, the animations are good. The fighting system is perfect. The only thing I miss is the slams. And I talked about this with you off air on the phone the other day. On the first game, I used to love picking wrestlers like Randy Couture and Brock Lesnar and guys who were good at slams like, I don't think Rampage was in there yet, but guys like that who are good at slams, like picking a dude up and slamming him on the ground and opening the guard up so he can get in with the punches.
Yeah.
And maybe it was because it got too easy to win a fight, but when I was Brock, I would shoot in, take the guy down, break free, and do the major transition, and what he would do was he'd pick the guy up, and sprawl out and slam him flat on his back with all of his weight on the guy. And the guy's guard would open up, and you stand up, and you just start throwing blows on their face.
Yeah.
And you don't win every time. But even in this game, I've noticed those slams aren't there for guys like Brock, who is a world-class collegiate wrestler who should have those suplexes and slams and throws.
Yeah.
Guys like Kevin Randleman and Quentin Jackson should have those throws. They're just not there, and they don't feel as satisfying when you finally hit like a good back heel trip or a good side throw. They don't feel as bone crunching and as satisfying as they did in the first game. So if I could have everything from the first game, but with the over 100 fighters from this game and the submission system that works, it'd be perfect.
Cool, man.
Yeah. So I'm.
I didn't
that's a
know
game
you
I'm
played
gonna
those.
get.
I didn't know you played those this week. I thought you just played the demos, but that's cool.
But I'm
sounds
totally,
good.
I'm totally excited at the prospect of
Sweet.
you buying it or renting it with me and
Yeah, totally.
beating the shit out of you online.
I won't even try to talk shit right now because you've played those games more than I have, and like I said, I know the way that I fight.
And when
I'm
we played the demo,
Opening myself up.
when we played the demo for the first game at your house way back when that came out, you picked Liddell and I picked Couture. And you were like, this is how I play these games and throwing punches. And as you were throwing punches, I took you down and submitted you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you knocked me out the second match.
Yeah.
And then I tapped you out the third match. And then you knocked me out the fourth match. Like,
It's
it just
fun,
kept
man.
going back and forth.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's like our old school games of the show.
Yep. Oh yeah.
They're
absolutely.
either
The
blowouts. They're
show.
either blowouts or they're
March
one-run
5th,
games.
I think. March 5th. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
But yeah, man, that's the video game stuff I have this
Cool.
week.
Well, the only thing I've got, and I'll keep it short, is I got my 3DS right here, and it's fun. And I believe on Thursday, I think it was Thursday, the Metal Gear Solid 3D Snake Eater demo came out, and I played it last night, and it's really fucking cool. It was really fun. I've never played any other Metal Gear except for Metal Gear 4.
Right. Which
So-
you absolutely fucking love.
Yeah, and I loved
Which
it.
I was kind
Great
of
game.
surprised about.
Why is that?
Because Metal Gear, it's methodical pace. I know you like games like that,
I do.
but it's like, I'm sure Rick will agree with me on this. The Metal Gear franchise is so plodding and slow that sometimes you could feel like it's just not worth it to keep going.
I see.
But I
When you
was
get there.
when you get there and the shit goes down and you're on the back of a fucking motorcycle and you're shooting at guys
Yeah.
or you're dodging shit, like that's when it all pays off. And like,
It's like the slow climax to the like a Hitchcock movie.
Right.
How it
Yeah.
slowly builds.
But
and
here's the thing you have to
bam.
consider is I understand why you say that. I do, but I don't. But at the same time, though, very nice. At the
look
same
at that
time,
peak,
though,
look at it peak.
if Bryant, if
my
Bryant
God.
can get through the game,
Right.
and Bryant actually got through the game before I did, then
Yeah.
you know the game is something that hooks you. And it's an awesome game. So anyway, I've never played this. You guys said this is number 3.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the third game. In
Third
the
game.
series.
The demo's awesome. The graphics have been upgraded somewhat, and it looks really cool. The 3D is really
3D
rad.
is good. Yeah.
3D is awesome, and I actually really dig it. I wasn't sure what I thought when I first tried it. I was like, oh, what the fuck? But they actually have it. I mean, we're not zooming, but anyway, they have the Y, X, A, and B buttons actually being kind of like your camera buttons, so to speak.
I bet that's Circle Pad Pro compatible.
Probably. I'm sure it
I
is.
bet it is.
And it's really cool. So you use that as kind of like your aim direction for your gun and stuff. You use the circle pad as how you move and stuff, and then your directional bars, like you use this to duck, to
Yeah.
crawl, and all the stuff. That the other stuff
Crouch,
changes your
prone,
weapons.
stand, left and right switch.
And L and R, L is your aim, and R is your shoot. It's really fun. It's cool. If anyone has a 3DS, like I do, it was really fun to play. So yeah, I check it out. Snake Eater
So-
demo and the Resident Evil Revelations demo, really awesome.
The other person out there that has a 3DS should download that demo right now.
A lot of people got 3DSs, my friend.
I will be getting
know.
one
I'm just
soon,
ball
hopefully.
breaking. I'm just ball breaking.
I know you are.
So I
So-
think that wraps us.
Real quick, I want to say the big thing about next week is you may have to come over and do a little bit of filming to put on the site because Wednesday I get the Vita.
You're going to the opening? No big opening, right?
Nah, it's not a big opening. That's what bumps me out.
Well,
but
that's fine. I can go over and.
We need
Is
to
there
get-
anything
we need to
happening at
get-
Universal? Probably.
I don't but I don't know. I haven't checked.
Right.
But we need to do some video content for the Vita.
Okay.
Just so people can see how sexy that device is.
Yeah, we'll definitely get you guys some Vita footage when it
I
comes
need a
out.
Vita.
It won't be sponsorships. We're hoping for that. So yeah, we'll get Vita footage. That won't be part of the. I mean, we'll talk about it on the podcast, but it won't be. It would be a separate YouTube video.
Separate.
Let's
So-
not make empty promises here. There's a very good chance that Rick isn't able to get this footage, but it's possible.
Dude, and this may not be out exactly on Tuesday, but it for damn hell will be out as a video podcast.
It might be video of video for the Vita stuff for the Vita stuff. The Vita. What the fuck is wrong with me?
We've had too much to drink.
We've had too much to drink. The Vita stuff.
Yes.
Maybe
We're
it'll be
losing light,
maybe it'll be
too,
Mike
so-
displaying it on Skype or some shit like
Right.
that. Who knows? And Rick can record that video or something. But we'll try to give you some video of
All
the
right.
Vita,
Of the Vita.
not the Vita, not the Vita.
So,
Anyway,
anyways,
Vitamin
yeah.
or Benjamin.
episode.
Episode 49 is in the can. I love first
reference.
Yes, it is an I Love Lucy reference.
Yeah.
First video episode
Yeah.
for us. Let us know if you like it. I'm gonna try to compress it to shit to put it on YouTube. If not, it will be on Vimeo. Either way, I'm gonna take the highlights of this clip and put them on YouTube.
And this is for special occasions only. Are we gonna do all together shit? Because
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
We go off the rails. You know, you guys got beer showers. You got a little ET. You got a little bit of everything.
yep, little bit,
Little
of,
bit of
everything. Bryce's nemesis.
Fuck ET.
So, good show, guys.
Yeah, man.
Glad you guys were able to make it out here to this undisclosed location.
The compound.
The compound, right.
Just called the compound.
And if you want to find us, you can find us at Let's Talk Into This Camera because that's probably
This
losing light. If you want to find us, you can find us at someshitwelike.com.
Subscribe to us on iTunes.
You can exactly what Mike says. Subscribe to us on iTunes. It's
Follow
right
us
on,
on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter, and we are on Facebook. So
Yep.
go ahead and share this. Send it to everyone you know. Hopefully they like it.
Yeah.
If not, no biggie. We just aim to please. So
Ourselves.
ourselves.
Right? We please. All right, anyway.
Anyways, so
Never fear. Shower with beer.
And all together, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
That was some shit we like. Got that.